Hello, I'm Mantastic'c and Fantastic, and today I want to talk about the seasonal Super Godfest that has just gone live in North America. So, seasonal Super Godfests are essentially regular Godfests that have some seasonal cards lumped into the rolling pool, and for the most part, these tend to be strong events, assuming the lineup is actually desirable, along with rolling rates being strong, and sadly that is not the case in either aspect for this current Super Godfest. We only have 35.5% chance of getting any Godfest exclusive or any of the three seasonal cards featured of Christmas Celica, Christmas Tamadra, and Halloween Cotton. And Halloween Cotton is still an incredibly strong Daytona sub, but Christmas Celica and Tamadra, they're okay. It'd be nice to have, but I feel like they're not going to necessarily change your life overall. And just because of that fact, there's not that many seasonals featured, and not even the greatest seasonals featured, this definitely brings down the overall value of this seasonal Super Godfest. And for myself, I am not really inclined to roll in this, even though they're trying to entice us with the debut of Meredith, who is an interesting card, and I want to take a look at her right now so we can, make a more informed decision about what she does. So, Meredith is another transforming Godfest exclusive, but she comes with a unique leader skill mechanic. So, she has 2 skill boosts and skill bind resist pre-transform, and then when she transforms, it's a 1-turn transformation, so just transform once, and you're good to go. You get 15 turns of light and hard orb skyfalls, which, can be meaningful at the same time. And then her leader skill, even before she transforms, she gives gain resistance bind plus for light attribute cards, which means all your light cards are now bind immune, which is pretty spectacular when you think about it, because when she does transform, her leader skill becomes incredibly synergistic with Daytona, because you get to have your attack multiplier and damage reduction when matching 4 or more connected light orbs, the exact same leader skill requirement as Daytona. But she has actually a bit more bulk by comparison. Daytona teams only have, with dual leaders, 11.11 times effective health. 12.96 with dual Meredith is a little higher, but I would still asymmetrically pair them because Meredith does not have auto follow attack, whereas Daytona does. So you're going to definitely want to have, the pairing, otherwise you can't overcome resolve spawns, because who actually make manual columns nowadays? It's just something that we haven't done in so long. So asymmetrical pairing, I feel like, is definitely the way to go, and the fact that Daytona normally isn't bind immune is now corrected by Meredith means you can inherit something else as a weapon assist. You have more flexibility now, and this is definitely a big part of the game, just the fact that you open up more doors, so to speak, for what you can put on your team. No, you no longer have to, inherit those bind immunity weapon assists on your Daytona, or even other subs that may be vulnerable to bind. So Meredith is definitely unique in that aspect. Her personal damage is obviously outrageously high, and it's overkill completely for a transforming card when you think about it. Transforming cards can't get any limit, damage breaking possibilities. So the maximum she can do is cap on her main attribute and only cap on her sub attribute if red orbs are available, because her active skill actually doesn't generate orbs, which may be a bit of a risk if you really think about it, because sure, you do have some health multiplier if you don't match the light orbs, but you need those light orbs for the damage reduction, so you could run into a bit of issues because Daytona teams make light and hard orbs every turn. Meredith doesn't, so I feel like it's definitely a bit of a drawback unless you have, another orb generator. But at that point, it's why not just use double Daytona? So I feel like Meredith is definitely a nice card to have, but the fact that she doesn't generate orbs and she's incredibly dependent on having those 4 light orbs present in order to actually do something meaningful is going to be a big drawback. But on the bright side, her weapon assists are unique and powerful. Her first weapon assist gives the God Typing Awakening, and an L and tape resist and 2 team RCVs. So just from an Awakening's point of view, this is actually quite a stacked weapon. Even if you don't care about swapping a card to God Typing, you now have nice utility. I like to have at least 1 L and ideally 1 tape resist on every given team, and this is giving that to you in 1 weapon assist along with 2 team RCVs, and that's a significant amount of healing bonus. So quite a strong weapon assist in that aspect there, and it is also damage reduction if that's important to yourself. But her second weapon assist actually gives you the light typing and a team HP. So it's kind of like Noctaria's weapon. So it gives the sub attribute a light typing, which can be great for your mono light teams that, want to blob, or not necessarily blob, but deal massive amounts of personal damage, and their sub attribute is an awkward color. You can change it to a more ideal color, and that definitely can be helpful. And the active skill itself is not necessarily something you want to have, so this 4-turn cooldown may be a little bit dodgy to play around with. But with that being said, I would like to, do my free rolls for not just the seasonal Godfest, but also the June Bride event. So let's do them all at once, so we get a bit of excitement for this video. Alrighty, so I have June Bride, and because the new egg animation, it might be exciting. This could be exciting. Never mind, it's not. It's a 6-star. I was actually hoping to see the extra excitement. But that's okay, Fantastic. You got your first Bastet, so, at least it's the first one. And you notice how I'm missing this Ring of Joy? Well, now is a good time to pick them up from the Monster Exchange. And I'm going to do that as well right after the Super Godfest roll. Because these evolution materials cannot be acquired elsewhere. You just need to wait for the event for them to come back. And I got a Haku. And you know what? It didn't even give the special animation because Super Reincarnated cards are only 6-star, which is important for Alt MD2 or other 6-star rarity challenges. But as I mentioned before, you want to purchase these Monster Point Exchange cards. I don't have any Rings of Joy. You should pick these up right now, and I'm going to pick up 5 of them, just so I never have to worry. Do I have the Christmas ones? I have 5 of those, so good job, me. And I only have 3 of the Halloween. You know what? I'll pick up 2 more Halloween lollipops. That was 3. I can't... Did I even hit the button? Alright, I don't know if I hit it, but either way, you should pick up these cards if you don't have these evolution materials already. And now let us switch to Mantastic'c screen and hopefully get something more meaningful. I want to see that cool egg animation, because if I get that cool egg animation, I know I've actually got something meaningful, because the June Ride event, there's really no value at the 6-star rarity and below for the most part. Diamond is a chance! Apparently it's all Bastets. I got so many of these recently in the free rolls from the 8-player PvP mode. If you get 900 EP, you get 5 June Bride rolls, which means you might get 5 Bastets, which is kind of almost what I did beforehand. So at least I have 8 of these. This is way too many, so I probably don't need to worry about it. I think I did a lot of exchanging on my main account. And now I have my Super Godfest roll. So, it's possible. If the egg animation is exciting, I know I got a Godfest exclusive or a seasonal. So hopefully it's exciting! It better be exciting. Come on. Holy sheet, indeed. I got a 6-star Godfest exclusive. So this definitely can be put towards my trade fodder requirements, because I do have a couple of sheets. I already have 2 sheets, and I like to keep 1 of each. So, I have got her Weapon Assist, which is quite a useful weapon for Daytona teams because, it's a cleric-style active skill. Pancake rolled and she got Bail, and it's a terribly disappointing card, unfortunately. But it looks cool. Pancake wanted me to show it onto the screen, so I'm going to show it onto the screen, how about? But unfortunately, she rolled without me present, so I was very sad by that. But her roll was even sadder, potentially. She looks a little sad right now. But you know what? Let us enjoy this Bail. And she has a June Bride roll. Actually, I have no idea where the June Bride roll went. I don't know, but that's okay. So, with that being said, don't roll in this seasonal Super Godfest. I think it has poor rolling rates, and the seasonal cards, like Halloween Cotton, is great, but the other 2 are not so meaningful. But with that being said, hopefully all you lovely ladies and gentlemen have a truly fantastic day. I wish you all the best luck in your own pet adventures, and happy puzzling.